This is a review of yet another model that was released for the Bauma exhibition in April 2019. It is the Liebherr A910 Compact and it's by NZG. The box is in the typical Liebherr house style, but there's no information about the real machine. And to get at the model, we pull out the trays, cut the tape and lift the lid. This particular model is super snug in its packaging, and there's also some protective soft paper. So all we need to do is to carefully lift out the model, and when we've done that, there's one other thing in the box, and that's a bag containing a part. Masking tape secures the pins holding the bucket, and no assembly, complete out of the box. Starting underneath, and the axles are modelled in detail, and the transmission components are plastic. The tyres have got a good tread pattern and they're mounted on nice wheels, and the side structure of the carrier is metal. As you can see, there's also an unusual split dozing blade. The cab detailing is really good with an aerial and nice lights and mirrors. There's a metal grab rail and a thin windscreen wiper, and some really nice detailing on the side, including a speed sign and a highlighted handle and door hinge. At the back, the Liebherr name stands proud on the counterweight, and there are nice lights and graphics and a video camera at the back. There's another camera on the side and some very nice highlighting and graphics, including the grills. The front mirror is also metal. There are some very detailed hydraulics around the foot of the boom, and there's also a metal bar for a grab. The detailing on top of the engine is excellent with highlighted parts and nice meshwork. And the hydraulics on the multi-part boom and stick are very detailed, with the plastic silver pipes being one of the few plastic parts on the model. The small digging bucket is a nicely formed metal part, and also included with the model is a second tool, which is a grab. This is also a very nice quality part because it's all metal, and the detailing and the teeth are great. Starting underneath, and the wheels turn independently, which is always better than being on common axles. And the steering axle has got a very good range of movement. It's also got decent oscillation for when it's on rough terrain. Driving along, and the model is not particularly free rolling, and that's because there is some friction in the wheels. But if we set the steering, then things are very good and you get a nice sharp turn. The split dozing blade is unusual and we've not seen that on a model before, and each half of the blade moves in a precise fashion. There's also just enough movement that you can use it as a bit of a stabiliser, and the model will be wheels free at that end. Let's see if this machine is for turning, and it's just a touch on the stiff side, but it is nice and smooth. Okay, get your boom up, and while we're at it, we'll see how the digging functions on the model perform. There are 3 parts to the boom and stick, and they reach a very good height. And when we lower it down, you can see that it reaches out and also holds the pose on the hydraulic rams. The model engineering is really good because it folds up nice and small. Here is the range of movement on the bucket. It reaches in a good distance and it also opens out enough. There is another very nice feature on the boom, which is that it can rotate on its pivot point, and that gives offset digging possibilities. Another nice piece of flexibility on the model is that you can remove the pins and take the bucket off. And here is the grab that's supplied with the model, and you can fit that on instead. The best way to do this is to fit the lower pin into the grab first, and then hook it onto the connector, and then insert the second pin to fix it on. Once the grab is fixed, it's nicely functional because it rotates. And it also has a swing angle, but there's too much stiffness for it to actually swing. The other functionality on the grab is that you can open it up, and it opens to a good angle, and the rams are nice and stiff. Let's check the depth of digging with the grab installed, and it's a good representation of the real machine. If you want to transport this machine with the grab attached, then you use the grab to bite on the transport bar that's at the front. And once it's got a good mouthful, you can lower the boom and stick. This is a very high quality model by NZG. It has a high metal content and is very well made, and it's a great combination of high detail and very well engineered functionality. The choice of tools also gives it flexibility. So if you want a small wheeled excavator, this one is excellent.